Welcome. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how we can remove MariaDB Galera cluster from our all cluster nodes. Okay, for this purpose, I have created this small document in our course repo, remove MariaDB cluster. This is basically straightforward. You just stop a MariaDB service and then you remove only the MariaDB server, and it will also remove the client and the Galera component library that we install as part of this one. We can verify with that, and then we will see that it did not remove the data dir, the varlib MySQL. Why? Because MySQL user owned that one. In order to remove, because this varlib MySQL is the home directory for MySQL user. In order to remove that data dir, we need to remove the MySQL user with -r. -r mean when you delete this user, also remove its home directory. And then we will see that there is also leftover the log file. We can manually remove that, and also from the etc we need to remove all the reference of etc my.cnf dr my.cnf file. And at the end, once you remove all this, you can either use the reboot command or init6 command on a Linux system to reboot this host so that it will be ready for your next project or your next assignment. Let me go ahead and quickly show you how I can do it. Let me do it on my first node, and then you can perform the same task on the other nodes. So let me go ahead and copy that. Let's go to the first node, stop this one, and then go ahead and remove the MariaDB. How I find out this name? Simply say rpm -qa grep -i MariaDB, and then what you want to do is you want to remove only this server. That should take care of removing everything, including the Galera plugin also. So even I can verify if I simply say, well, let me do first MariaDB, nothing should be there, and Galera, that should also be gone, because this should be part of here, that it will also remove the Galera right there. Okay, once this is done, let me go ahead and first let me show you what I mean is that it seems like we have everything clean out, but if you say varlib, you should see varlib MySQL. Why? Because if you search for the etc password, you see that MySQL user, it has a home directory varlib MySQL. That is why it did not remove. In order to remove that, we need to use user del command to remove a user in the Linux environment. -r mean you can remove, let me show you, you can also remove its home directory. -r, this is where I use that, either short or either long, remove home directory. Okay, let me go ahead and just verify. You should not see MySQL there. Similar way, we can go ahead and remove everything from the etc, right? So if you say this, you should see this. Go ahead and remove them. Also go ahead and remove the var log MariaDB log. At this point, you should not see anything running there, and everything should be clean. Go ahead and do the init6 or reboot so that you can be ready the next project. Okay, so you follow exactly the same steps in the other two nodes. At the end of the day, you should have a clean Linux environment so that we can use this for our next project, and that will be to installing and configuring the Percona XtraDB cluster, which is the XtraDB cluster is actually another form of the Galera cluster. This is exactly the same like MariaDB, but in this section or in this project, I will show you, and I will actually change the SST method from rsync to extra backup. So this is also very useful to know this. Why? Because in most of the production environments, they don't use rsync, they use extra backup. So get ready for that. I hope that this lesson has been informative for you, and I will see you next time.